proudly hosts the Junior Hockey World Cup qualifiers right in the heart of Windhoek. From the 18th to the 25th of April at Devon Truscott Hockey Stadium, the best young talents from across Africa will battle it out for a shot at global glory. Who will represent the continent on the world stage? Follow real-time updates and all the live action on all our NBC Sports social media platforms. This is more than just hockey. This is the road to the World Cup. Get.
Welcome to the Junior Africa Cup here in Windhoek, Namibia. Live from the Devon Truscott Hockey Fields, brought to you by NBC Sport. If you've missed any of the action from the previous days, please make sure that you you catch up on all that action on the NBC's YouTube page, NBC Sport NA. So here's a lineup for the men's team. Namibia versus Zambia. There's a lineup for the men's team. Some of the players to look out for. The captain, the main man, JP Brits. By the way, my name is Pendapala and I'm joined again by my co-commentator,
Sune Wittmann. It's going to be another cracker of a game here, Penda.
I think we're going to see lots of goals here. One man to look out for, as I was saying, JP Brits. He's an absolute stunner of a player. And then also Sean Irwin, number 4 for the Namibians. He's been a breath of fresh air in that defensive line, well disciplined, marshals the defense very well.
Yeah, and obviously Hatton as well there as a striker, keeping a close eye on getting the balls in the goal box.
He can find the goals with his eyes closed, Sune. And for Zambia, that's the lineup for Zambia. Look out for Richard Banda. Oh, what an absolute star. He's on the bench right now, though. The number 4 for Zambia, Richard Banda. What a talent he is. And the captain, George Jere, also on the bench for Zambia. So maybe the coach is giving other players opportunities, and it's awesome to see. The Zambian coach, Floyd C, just being nice and fair, allowing all his players to get some tournament experience. That's the log for the tournament. Namibia having played 4 games. Zambia also having played 4 games. Namibia have qualified for the Junior World Cup after finishing second. They face South Africa in the first and second playoff tomorrow. And Zambia, unfortunately, tournament debutants. How have you felt they've done over the course of the tournament?
Penda, I think they played really good hockey. I especially paid close attention to their match against Kenya, and I think they are a very well structured team for a team that's making their debut at the African tournament. I think it won't be an easy game for Namibia. They will have to work hard. To get the scoreline in their favor.
Absolutely agree. Once again, Namibia versus Zambia here at the Junior Africa Cup from the Devon Truscott Hockey Fields in Windhoek, Namibia, brought to you by NBC Sport. You said your prediction, 6-2?
Yes, I think I'm still going to stick with that prediction.
Absolutely. Let's see what the Namibian boys have in store. Of course, they might be using this game as well as a preparation game for South Africa tomorrow. Namibia faced South Africa earlier in the round robin, lost 8-0. I'm sure they'll be looking for some revenge.
Definitely, Penda. This is a massive tournament, and obviously, if you know you're already qualified for the World Cup, you also want to use this action for the bigger picture, but to execute the plans and the structures in this game going into tomorrow's match against South Africa.
Absolutely. And Namibia filled with lots of stars there, right on the ball. Christian Duran. I actually call him my own Jamie Dwyer. Such a talented player, plays with so much tenacity. And number 3 for Namibia, Giovanni Handura. Skill master, general, so good on the ball. Turnover immediately for the Zambians. Handura deemed to have fouled there.
Zambians taking the ball all the way around there.
Mwanza on the ball. Alex Mwanza, the older brother of Jeremiah Mwanza. Crash ball into the circle. Umpire says free hit Ooh, short corner to the Zambians, saying that they've just pushed the player there.
Some good and positive intent from the Zambians from the start of this game, Penda.
Yeah, very good intensity from the Zambians at the start of this game. And let's see what they can do with a short corner. Namibians are ready. Just waiting for the umpire signal. Umpire there. Hatem from Egypt. The push is good. Oh, just wide. Just wide.
That's quite interesting, Penda. I've just had a look there. If you can maybe just give our viewers some feedback. The ball on the push out was kind of behind the outline. Is it allowed to be outside of the field, or should it be on the outline at the back?
Look, it's always interesting philosophy, but as long as the ball is not inside, I have seen quite a few teams start with a ball on the outside of the field, but it is the umpire's decision and responsibility to make that call. But for as far as I know, there shouldn't be a huge issue on that. I will check up with that rule. I haven't read it anywhere in the rule book. As long as one foot is out and one foot is in. JP Brits now for Namibia. Ooh, a little bit high there. And Kaluba Enoch just had to dodge that ball from JP Brits. Right, Zambia just looking to trough that ball. Once again, the umpires for today is Bryn Lowe from Zimbabwe, and then Haitam Selim from Egypt. Christian Duran with a crossfield ball. Enslin running onto it beautifully. Handura on the ball. Ooh, mistraps that ball for Namibia. Just looking and apologizing to his teammates there.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity for the Namibians to attack the circle there, Penda.
Tembo Manjanja on the ball. Rosa to Mwanza. You know, I was speaking to the the African Federation of Hockey, and he calls Zambia his baby. You know, up until 2007, Zambia didn't have a hockey team, so they are quite new to the sport, if one can say. But they should be proud of themselves. They've done their country proud. These Zambian boys, the men and women, and yeah, some great talent there. Once again, Richard Banda from the Zambian team, exceptional skill. George Jere, also one to look out for. Alex Mwanza. So all of these boys, very technical, and they should be proud of themselves. The coach Floyd C has done a great job with these men.
Yes, Pena, and I think that is something that Africans pride themselves on, and it's never giving up and always wanting to be better. And we've seen exactly just that. I mean, we had high score lines, and we've seen the girls or the women and the men never stop playing. They played till the last second of the match. And if there's high score lines, it's so easy to just give up. But like I said, the Africans have such a strong mentality to never give up.
Absolutely. Tron looking for that ball, that lead by Myberg. JP Brits just applying pressure there to Tembo Manjanja. Handura with the interception for Namibia. Drop off the shoulder and Namibia on the counter attack. Pass doesn't find the teammate. Some argy-bargy there, umpire calling the player back, and that looks like it will be a green card for Giovanni Handura. Oh, okay, just a warning, just a stern talking to umpire, had his card in his hands, but just a stern talking to from the umpire. Good decision, I think. It's quite early on in the game. Just allow the players to understand that no nonsense. Oh, look at this run there from the Zambian. Ooh.
Unfortunately, a dangerous ball into the circle there, but it has been a very good run there, Penda. Yeah, as we previously mentioned, the ball girls and boys had to go back to school. The recess is over, so the players needs to fetch the own balls when it goes out over the line. So it is taking a bit more time.
Yeah, and even with that, we definitely give them their plaudits as well. The ball patrol, for allowing the game to flow. The beautiful things about hockey is how it flows. Sean Irwin on the ball, looking to transfer and attack the Zambian right side. Myberg on the ball, drops it back, all the way back to Irwin again. Zambians moving nicely across, shifting across, just following that ball. Myberg, crash ball into a Zambian player.
You can definitely see the Zambians has come out today to play hockey and not give Namibia a chance to settle in.
Absolutely.
The Namibians just taking their time with this build up, throwing the ball around, waiting for the gap to open in the Zambian defense.
Owen on the ball. Duran making the lead. Can he find him? Duran on the ball. Oh, looks to pop that ball in. Thought it was inside, but umpire says just on the line. Duran makes it live. Ensslin wins the first short corner for Namibians, and they'll be happy with that. Unfortunately, Banda just not low enough. Mwanza not low enough on that tackle. So welcome to our viewers to this live broadcast at the Junior Africa Cup. Namibia take on their neighbor Zambia. Zambia tournament debutant. They've done a good job to represent their country, but Namibia just now on the short corner. My name is Pendapala and I'm joined by my co-commentator.
Good afternoon to all the viewers. I'm Sunay Wittmann. Lovely to have you joining us in this match today.
JP Brits will be surely licking his lips for this one. He's prolific in the short corners. Goes out to JP Brits. Mistrap there by the Namibians. And that's good work from the Zambian men. They were disciplined there, stayed nice and low, and just able to see out that short corner. A bit disappointing from the Namibians as well, not to utilize the short corner or the advantage that they had. Okay, let's see how Zambia lead this year. It's a good slap ball, trapped by the Zambian number 17, Kalunga. Bombosh with a good kick out there to Ondura, unfortunately just not able to connect. Kalunga again with the ball. Good use of his skills. Umpire just asking for the ball to be taken where the free hit was. Silavwe, captain for the day. As I mentioned, George Jerry, the usual captain, is on the bench right now, but Silavwe appointed captain of the day. Zambia rolling the ball, trying to attack Namibia down there, down the left-hand side.
That's some good interplay there by the Zambians. Building the phases, trying to attack that pocket on the right-hand side.
This is Mwanza. Mwanza just fakes it, but he loses the ball to Duran. Duran able to stretch his legs and lead the counter-attack for Namibia. What can come off it here? He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's taken out, and surely that is a stroke for Namibia. Great running there for Duran, and the goalkeeper missed the ball, and he won the penalty stroke for the Namibians. Look at this run. Strong running there for Duran. Eyes up, knows where the goalkeeper is. Look at that focus, making sure he can keep the ball on his stick. Then he just has a nice little scan up to see where the goalkeeper is. Yeah, that's good work from Duran there. Hatton steps up for this. Easy work. 1-0 Namibia at the Junior Africa Cup. Owen Hatton. The man can find the goals with his eyes closed today.
Very, very easy there by Owen Hatton, making sure he puts it in the back of the net.
That's a good flick. Goalkeeper stood no chance. And goalkeeper for Zambia. Robson Kunda. Once again on your screen there, just showing our umpires for today. Bryn Lowy, Haitam Selim, and the reserve umpire is Peter Kolder from South Africa. Zambia restart the play early, shot at the goal. It's a shot at goal. Probably
was a good opportunity for the Zambians to pull one back there. Just missed out. I think that caught the Namibian defense a bit off guard.
Thomas Turon.
You can also hear the Zambian ladies getting behind.
Intercepted by Banda. And
behind
Banda, unfortunately, just not able to get a clean shot there. And he is one of the guys that we talked about to look out for. Richard Banda steals the ball from the middle line, just breaking through those lines, but unable to get a clean hit off. Namibia turned the ball over again. That's not good discipline there. Namibia deemed not to be 5, were they?
You can hear the Namibian coach being a bit upset here with not executing the passes to their players coming from the back. They have to make sure they find each other because you can see Zambia is coming hard at them. They don't want to give the Namibians chance to settle down.
Look, Sune, I think he's aware that he knows who his ultimate opponent is tomorrow, so he wants them to be perfect. Namibia in the circle with a deflection there. What a goal! Goal time! Goal, 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 goal by the Namibians. And look at them celebrate there to their fans. Absolutely brilliant there from Ludwig van Rooyen. Good goal.
That was a beautiful goal by the Namibians.
And just for any of the youngsters there, nice and low, pointing your stick towards the goal, that's how you get a tip in.
And just a small little touch, nothing forced there, just getting yourself in a good position and making sure you have that touch into the goal box.
Good assist there by Matthew Lesson. Mwanza on the ball now for Zambia. Zambia just looking to build up play here now. Still Mwanza on the ball. Zambia on the ball with a builder. Interception here by the Namibians. Namibia wins the free hit there. Umpire deems just a stick obstruction. Drawn to Lassen. Herwin on the ball now.
The Zambians are doing quite a high press there. Actually doing it a good job with the high press versus the Namibians there.
Yeah, and the Zambian captain just not in the correct space to allow the Namibian to take the ball down. That's why Namibia win the free hit there. Oh, nice little flick on there by the Namibian. Look at this interchange. Zach Philander on the ball. Unfortunately, just couldn't trap the ball, and the turnover again for the Zambians. Zambia just building up play again around. Mwanza with the ball. Zambia with a beautiful attack down Namibia's left-hand side. But Namibia able to recover the ball with Abram Graham. JP Brits, the captain of Namibia, on the ball now. And the Zambians doing very well to do a 3-on-1 tackle or through it, and they win the counter attack there. They win the free hit. Ball into the circle. Once again, Zambia not afraid to play, are they, Sune?
No, definitely not. Like we've said from the start of the game, they are here to play some hockey.
Good skills there on the second post. Oh,
what an opportunity for Zambia!
Just needed to be a bit lower, get that stick on the ground, and that looked like Banda again. It looked like Richard Banda, who was unable to turn that ball in. Let's just have a look and wait for the highlights, or maybe it was actually Enoch Kaluba. Now that I see his face, it was probably Enoch Kaluba who missed an opportunity there. They both actually have dyed their hair for the tournament. So just by the look of the hairs, that's why I thought it was Richard Banda. Okay, Namibia lead the counter-attack. No way out there, so they just turn back.
And Zambia is still putting the Namibians under pressure.
Good pressure. Sean Owen now on the ball. But the experience just wins a free hit for the Namibians. Oh, cheeky from the Namibians, and they punish their turnover. Another free hit for the Zambians.
Oh, that's definitely not 5. Before it went into the circle.
Just a bit too too excited, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. I think as a Zambian player, when you have possession in that area, you would like to keep it, or would like to turn it over into a goal.
Okay, the sun is starting to set here. Local time in Windhoek, Namibia. 18 minutes past 5. The temperature is 24 degrees and it's mostly sunny. Namibia against Zambia in this final game of the one of the final games for both teams. Game number 5. Just a foot there. Sorry.
Yeah,
Namibia
just the final pool games happening today, Penda, before we're going into the finals day tomorrow.
Absolutely. So that hooter there just signals the end of the first quarter. So as I was saying, Namibia versus Zambia. Zambia debutants. Only 2-0 down to the Namibians. They should be happy with themselves, because Namibia have not been shy of scoring goals in this tournament either.
Yeah, Penda, I quite honestly didn't think the Namibians were prepared for the Zambians to come that hard at them. I mean, the Zambians had put up a very high press, and I think they executed it very, very well, putting the Namibian backs under pressure, not making it easy for them to get the ball from the back to the front. And I think that's why the scoreline at this stage is only 2-0.
And here are some highlights from the first quarter of the game. Zambia looking to break the press from Namibia. And here's the counter-attack that led to the first stroke of the game. Christian Duran, strong running with the ball, making sure to protect the ball. And that final look up just to assess what the keeper's positioning is. Look at that, row your boat, Christian. Steps past the goalkeeper, taken down, and umpire unfortunately forced to make a decision there. And look at that finish from Owen Hatton.
Brilliant stroke there by Owen Hatton.
Absolutely.
I think that will be a very difficult save for any keeper in this world.
Yeah, and look at that finish there from Ludwig van Rooyen. Nice and low, just showing the kids out there watching how to score, tip in, stay low, point your stick to where you want the ball to go, and the rest is history.
All about the small details.
All about the small details. The team's just final preparations before they get into the second quarter of this game. Umpires asking the teams just to take field. The umpires for today, Bryn Lowe from Zimbabwe, and then Selim Haitam from Egypt. The reserve umpire, Peter Kode from South Africa. They've been doing very well to allow the game to flow. Not too many stop-starts.
Yeah, as it has been this whole tournament, the umpires are doing a very good job.
Namibia with a restart. Lassen finds Fourie, who offloads it to Graham. Graham just loses the ball. Good aerial skills there from Silavwe, the captain for today for the Zambian unit. A ball into the circle, and surely open goal! Goal!
A goal by Zambia.
And look who it is! Mutale Isaac! What a finish!
Yo!
What a finish! And they were caught on the ball there, Sine.
Goosebump stuff.
Goosebumps!
Oh wow, that was brilliant.
Look what it means to their fellow countrymen. Celebrating that. They should take pride in that. Eliminated. Square ball. Not selfish. Just tries to find his teammate. And Mutwale puts it into the back of the goal. Oh, look what it means to them. Look what it means to them. Get in there, son. Umpire just asking the time to be stopped there.
I think the time was still off before they started the play. Not sure what is happening now, Penda.
There just seems to be a change, a goalkeeper change for the Zambians. Chilata.
Jackson Chilata.
So interesting enough, Zambia have actually brought 3 goalkeepers to this tournament. So just making sure that everyone has an opportunity. All right, good pressure again from the Zambians, just trying to win the ball again. And Lassen just able to use his experience and win a free hit. Irwin now, rolls it to Lassen. Lassen carrying the ball up. Oh, deemed to have been fouled there. And it's again Enoch who makes it. Enoch Kaluba. Turnover by the Zambians. They win the ball. Ball is thrown into a dangerous area, so the defensive team, or the team that did not throw the overhead, wins that ball. What a goal that one was.
That was absolutely brilliant. Pena, and like you said, not selfish at all, laying it off to his teammate that made sure it goes into the back of the net. Executed that counter attack brilliantly.
We love to see an underdog score, Sine. We love to see an underdog score.
Definitely, and here they go again.
Here they go again. And again, is that man, Richard Banda. Richard Banda. Look at that. Short corner, Zambia. No hesitation. Look at them. They're happy. They're happy, Sine.
They are so happy, and you can hear the ladies' team next to the side cheering them on all the way. As we mentioned in the previous game, there's no such energy booster as scoring a goal.
And the Zambians, tournament debutants, playing against the more experienced Namibian outfit, not shying away from the competition.
Definitely not. They've been in the Namibians' faces since the first whistle blew in this match.
Let's see what they've got here with this short corner. Waiting for the umpire to restart the game. Bombosh in goal. What can he do? The push out is good. Mwanza run down by Graham. That's good running there from Abraham Graham. Scholar at St. Paul's College, 17-year-old. Good prospect for the future as well for Namibian hockey.
Definitely, that was a great run there by Abraham Graham. Way on target.
Absolutely, and the ball, they get back to a skillful man. Richard Banda, crash ball into the circle. Zach Philander, also one of our scholars and junior boys. Oh, tackled, and the umpire says that is one too many. Green card for you.
By the looks of it, it is Jeremiah Mwanza that has received that green card.
He'll have a talking to from his big brother on that. Poor discipline. Alex Mwanza will have a word or two to say to his younger brother.
Most definitely.
Okay, Namibia just working the trough down the back line. Giovanni Handura now on the ball. Tron on the ball, loses the ball. Ooh, it's Namibia's ball. Zach Philander, 3D skills there, trying to get into the circle. Takes a shot. Oh! Narrowly misses. Narrowly misses. Maybe a second post there.
Yeah, definitely. I think Namibia has been good on getting into good positions. Just a bit slow in this instance.
Absolutely. James de Jager just closing down that play, doing very well to get ahead of the ball. Again, Zambia roll into the circle, into the Namibian circle. Can they get something out of it? No. Cleared.
A good and effective overhead there by Zambia.
Absolutely. Lassen. Good elimination skill there. What can he do with the ball? Uses his 3D skills. Umpire just signaling for a free hit outside the circle. We were just waiting to see what that signal was. They make the game live.
Do you think that went 5, Penda?
No, I thought they were lucky not to get the blow, but Zambia now with a counter attack with a goal scorer for today, Mutale Isaac. Isaac stretching those long legs of his in the circle, backhand. Oh, easy save for Bombosh. Still Mutale on the ball.
Great run there by Mutale, but an equally as great save there by Bombosh.
Taguirai just loses out on that ball. Ooh, Graham also took his eyes off the ball there. Van Rooyen loses the ball. Shifting that ball. Jeremiah Mwanza was back on the field now. And then Mutale on the circle again, looking for that 1-2 combination, trying to force their things here. Ooh, Haitam just signals that that's a free hit for Namibia.
But all in all, some great hockey displayed by Zambia, Penda. Good moves, good ball movement, finding each other, getting into good positions and putting Namibia under pressure.
They've really grown into this tournament, and that has been very good to see. You know, they started tournament debutants, probably nervous a little bit, but as the tournament has progressed, they've been eager to show their grit.
It's amazing to see, Penda. It's lovely to see sport and especially hockey grow in Africa.
Absolutely. Tron on the ball. Ball is played to Britt. Eliminates one of his markers. Rolls the ball off to Handura. Handura with his eyes up, just looking for runners. Nothing on for him, so he recycles the play. Crash ball into the circle by Myberg. And it's to run on the ball. Shot! Ooh, mistrap there by Graham. 3D skills from the Namibian captain, and just outside the circle, free hit. Graham makes the ball live. Not wasting any time. Ball back into the circle. The Zambians are struggling to clear the lines, but they eventually do. And Mutale asking for the ball. He gets the ball now. He's able to eliminate his player, stretching his legs again. Just strong running. Ooh. The umpire calls for a free hit there. And that might be a yellow card, actually. Let's see what the umpire's calling. Yeah, it was a yellow card. Umpire just deemed to have been a deliberate breakdown of play. So Sean Irwin gets that yellow card for Namibia. Maybe some 5 minutes to think about what he's done. Let's see if Zambia can make the most of their advantage. On the ball now for Zambia is George Jere, who also had a card against him. Let's see what they can do.
Just off screen we can see a lot of off-the-ball movement by the Zambians. Unfortunately, that blow goes against him.
Yeah, and of course, Brits will just use his experience to slow down while they're man down. Just interchange play with Hatton now, looking for a teammate. He finds Graham, who just loses his footing. Banda again. Ooh. It's a bit of a harsh call.
I think that was a bit of a harsh call, yes.
But Banda restarts play for the Zambian team. This is Mwanza. Back on the field. Crash ball into the circle. Deflects off a Namibian stick. It's in the circle now. Ooh. Blow for the Namibians. Darren Ensland there on your screen for Namibia. Experienced player for Namibia. And he's, I'm sure he's been enjoying the tournament. Brits now just falls back into that position that Sean Irwin has vacated following his yellow card. So Namibia will be without his attacking experience. Ooh, dangerous lift there from Brits.
Yes, Pena. I don't know. Did you think the Namibians thought they would have been in this situation with around about 7 minutes left in the first half? A 2-1 scoreline?
You know what? Zambia have been showing intent. They narrowly lost 2-1 against their neighbors as well, Zimbabwe. And so they have been showing intent, and I don't think that the Zambians have absolutely the Namibians have underestimated the Zambians, and just like that, another short corner for the Zambians using their 3D skills to get into the circle. And let's see what they can make of this. Again, Zambia have a one-man advantage. Can they use it against the Namibians? The Namibians, as everyone may know if you are new, have already qualified for the Junior World Cup. They play South Africa for the first and second playoffs tomorrow. Let's see what Zambia can do with this one. Push out is good. It's a straight flick from Banda. Narrowly wide. Narrowly wide. Rylan Bombos just making sure that all the short corner equipment off the field. Brits on the ball. Again intercepted by the Zambians. Jeremiah. Oh, good 3D skills there. Myberg coming away with the ball, and Andura on the ball now. You know, Tagwi Ray for Zambia has been looking absolutely threatening. Good 3D skills as well.
And I couldn't agree more with you, Pena. They have shown intent since this match started. But yeah, as a Namibian coach, what would you tell the men, especially if you have to fine tune certain things with your eye on a final against South Africa tomorrow?
Look, Sune, one of the important things that we have to notice about this game is the number of turnovers that Namibia is conceding against Zambia, unable to find the sticks. And in the end also, look at this, Giovanni Andura with a strong run into the circle, crash ball, finds, and what a finish by Duran. That is just good, good composure there by Duran. Brilliant run by Giovanni Andura, and he has been absolutely lethal during this competition. You know, so small, but do not underestimate him. He is wicked powerful in terms of running with the ball. Giovanni Andura finding his teammate, Cristiano Duran. Look at this. Strong running. He's aware of Duran's position. Crash ball into the circle. Duran, good leading ahead of the keeper, and just nicely tucks it in. Look at what it means. Look at what it means to him. Love to see that passion.
Once again, getting in a good position to make sure he can put that ball in the back of the box. But like you said, great run by Andura to make that goal possible.
And just on your screen there, the stats for the game. As you see, Zambia really not holding back here. 10 circle penetrations compared to 9. Namibia has most of the possessions. However, Zambia dominating the penalty corners for the game so far, which is a bit of a surprise if you ask me. Zambia patient with the build-up, and this has been very good for them. I feel they've really grown into this competition. They've started to use certain principles for hockey. Patient, crash ball into the circle, intercepted. Free with the interception. Yeah, certainly Namibia caught a bit by surprise by this Zambian outfit, you know.
Yeah, most definitely, Penda. I want to say I think they didn't think Zambia is going to come this hard at them.
Hatton looking for the aerial, just mishits it. Free hit to Namibia.
But I also couldn't agree more with you. Zambia growing into this tournament, applying certain principles, knowing what to do when. Yeah, just growth in general. Absolutely.
Duran deemed to have obstructed. He shakes his head. He's deemed to have obstructed the Zambian defender from playing the ball. But a cheeky smile and shake of the head from Duran. Zambia look to recycle play with Tembo now. Tembo Manjanja plays Mwanza again. Sorry, not Mwanza this time. It's Silavwe who's the captain for the day. Hatton with the interception for Namibia. Tries to run with the ball and is caught in possession. Banda on the ball.
The umpire just making sure that they don't gain too much ground.
Of course, there's a huge significance between where the ball is taken, inside or outside the 23-yard line. So umpire just making sure that is possible. Zambia now attacking the Namibian right-hand channel. Crash ball into the circle. Unable to make good connection with the ball. And Namibia win the free hit. Namibia back to full squad. Sean Irwin back on the field. I think the Namibians probably missed him a little bit. And Zambia unable to make their advantage count. If anything, Namibia scored one.
Yeah, and they made sure they still have that 2-goal lead in this game.
Absolutely. Free on the ball, looking for an aerial. Makes it look so easy. Brilliant pick up there from Graham. Graham grows 3D. Rolls the ball off to Duran again. Backhand ball. Yeah, deemed dangerous there. Aerial lifted ball into the circle, deemed dangerous. And Zambia get to restart the play.
Some good skills shown there.
That's George Jerry again. George Jerry on the ball for Zambia. Hatton on the ball. Intercepted again from Jeremiah Mwanza for Zambia. Leading that counter-attack. And it's Banda who lets the ball roll past him. Good awareness. Mpanda from Zambia. It's an open, it's another goal mouth scramble. Can the Namibians get the ball away? Oh,
that was so close.
Nerve-wracking.
That was so close.
You can just hear the sigh of relief from the Namibian spectators. Jack Fourie restarts the ball for Namibia. Sean Owen back to Fourie. Zambia calling for the press, closing down that play, putting them under pressure. However, Namibia break through the press lines. An overhead ball by Lassen. Lassen finds Myberg. What can he do with the ball? Myberg tries to enter the circle. He's in the circle, looks for a short corner, surely. Umpire playing the advantage. They should play to the advantage. Oh, the umpire now turns the play over. And there's going to be a card there. Oh, umpire just calling for time. I don't know if he's going to give a card. Just okay.
It looked like
he was reaching for his pocket, wasn't he? But just explaining that I've given you the advantage. Play to the whistle, and it was great advantage by the umpire. That was a schoolboy mistake there from the Namibians. Play to the whistle. So interception by Myberg. Myberg finds the Jager. Into a Zambian stick. Silavwe, captain for the day, leading that charge for the Zambians. Good 3D skills again. He's been absolutely fantastic. Rolls the ball off to George Jere. Just slowing it down, and that's the correct decision. The options are not on. One's on the ball now. Great discipline. And Floyd C. from Zambia, the coach, he should be so proud of his boys. Just patient build-up from the Zambians. One's on the ball now for Zambia again.
Really good patient build-up by the Zambian boys.
Temba on the ball, rolls it into the pocket. George Jere looking for 3D skills. He's cut off there, lucky not to give away a short corner, Brits. Cut off the player there. He was running into the circle. Temba on the ball. Namibians win the advantage there. Lassen, good experience play. 10 seconds left of this first half. It's been action-packed. Zambia not lying down.
Most definitely not lying down. I think it's not just the Namibian men being surprised, but I think the spectators as well.
Absolutely, and that horn, that hooter, signals the end of this first half. Namibia, the host nation at this Junior Africa Cup, 3. Zambia, tournament debutants, 1. And we've had a lot of action, a lot of things to see for the spectators. So, Sunay, what are you telling the team if you're the Zambian coach?
Well, I personally wouldn't change a lot. I think they're doing an exceptional job, having a beautiful high press, putting Namibia under pressure at the back, and then counter-attack. It's not just a hit and hope into the circle. They have such a nice build-up play. Like you mentioned, this last part of the second chaka, there wasn't an option to go forward. They recycled it, they moved it around, looking for the options. So I think they have very well, or they're playing very well structured, and they're playing with a lot of patience, waiting for the opportunity. So obviously, just using the chances they get to put that ball in the goal box.
Absolutely, and again, some highlights from the first half of the game. Owen Hatton putting away, opening the scoring for the day against, for the host nation. 1-0 Namibia. Robson couldn't get to the ball. Robson Kunda couldn't get to the ball, and a beautiful tip in there by Ludwig van Rooyen. However, the Zambians had something to say about that. They didn't want to just lie down. Isaac Mutale, you know, as you will see on this, on one of the upcoming highlights there. Just look at that there. Zambia not shying away. Here's the goal. Here's the goal. Look at that. Square ball to his teammate. Open goal. Boom. Look at what it means to the Zambians. Look at what it means to them.
No
Absolute jubilation. Jubilation. Squares the ball through there. Lassen trying to keep the ball out. Unfortunately, he couldn't keep it out there. Look at that. And here was the second opportunity for the Zambians to make something count, but good, strong running there from Abram Graham.
Yeah, and one thing you can definitely see from the Zambians, and they are enjoying what they're doing. They are having so much fun.
A bit of a nonchalant save by Bombos. Look at this backhand there by Mutale again, but Bombos just says, "Get it out of here."
Nice and easy.
Yeah, this is where the car came in from Sean Irwin. Probably not malicious, but you can't take out a player like that. Here's another another chance of for the Zambians. The postman just not alive to that. And here's the run from Giovanni Handura, finding his teammate Christian Duran, more eager to get ahead of that ball, and under the shoulder, goalkeeper not able to get low enough. 3-1 Namibia.
Yeah, getting into good positions there. I mean, it could have easily left it for the keeper to save and then try and do something from that. But Christian Duran making sure he gets that ball in front of the keeper, in front of the defender, and then putting it in the back of the net.
Absolutely. He loves to score a goal. He does, Christian Duran. And they were not done, the Zambians. There was a goal-mouth scramble and just rushing. You know, everyone just trying to either push the ball over and get the ball away. And in front of the screen for you now, the stats for the first half. 3-1 to the Namibian, the host nation. The possession, nothing in it. The Zambians really not lying down for this one. And the circle penetrations, 11-11, just showing how tightly contested this game has been. What is your takeaway points, Sune?
Yeah, it's been a very, very even match. And I think the second half is going to be very exciting. It's been Zambia attacking the Namibian circle and Namibians attacking the Zambian circle. So looking forward to what both teams are going to bring in the second part of the match.
Absolutely. All right, so for any of our viewers just joining in, welcome to the Junior Africa Cup, brought to you live by NBC Sport from the Dave and Trusker Hockey Fields in Windhoek, Namibia. There's been lots and lots of tournament action going on here. Today is day 5 of tournament. This is the second last game for the day, and as you can see, the log there, as it stands, Namibia on 12 points, equal to the South Africans. Zambia not lying down, although they are bottom of the table. They have certainly not been ones to lie down and just take it, have they?
Definitely not. They came out and they are playing a massive game, putting Namibia under a lot of pressure.
Absolutely. And the game after this, South Africa take on Kenya. Kenya have an opportunity just to play for pride's sake, to see if they can beat South Africa and finish this round robin phase of play ahead of their rivals, Egypt.
Yeah. If you look at it there. Oh, sorry, my mistake. I wanted to say that there's still a spot available for the fourth spot, but yeah, Kenya already went through to the top 4 there, so like you said, playing for pride, and obviously that will also be a good test for them to get some things in place before their third, fourth playoff against Egypt tomorrow.
Absolutely, and once again, a good showing for the Southern African teams. South Africa, Namibia, booking their tickets to the Junior World Cup that will be taking place in India. You know, the teams are on break, and we will also take a break just to clear our throats and re-strategize. Sune?
Yeah, we will be back in just a minute.
Absolutely. Welcome back to this second last game for today. Junior Africa Cup. Game between Namibia and Zambia. Namibia led in that half 3-1. But exceptional hockey from the Zambian team that are debutants to the competition. My name is Pendapala Namjewa and I'm joined by my co-commentator.
Hi, I'm Sune Wittmann, and yes, what a game we've had so far. Zambians bringing it all to the Namibians.
Yeah, look, and the conditions just starting to cool down a little bit for today. 23 degrees now. It was sunny. Local time here in Windhoek, Namibia. 49 minutes past 7. And Zambia will be looking for the pushback. Let's see what they can do. Will they be able to keep up that intensity and pressure against the Namibians today?
I think they will. As we've mentioned, they've grown so much from the first game they played in this tournament up until now. I think the structures are just going to get better and better and better.
Absolutely. George Jere now, one of the co-captains of this Zambian outfit, looking for his teammate. And just showing again the ball patrol, how they've been missed.
Exactly how they have been missed.
Let's hope that they're available for the final games tomorrow. It would be nice to have a good flowing game.
It does have an impact on the pace of the game.
Mwanza just rolls the ball over to the left side. Zambia trying to launch an attack on the Namibian right side, but Giovanni Andura, a very skillful and experienced player, you see there, unfortunately just losing the ball into the pocket. That was a bit rushed.
Yeah, a bit rushed there, Penda. I think he could have just taken a moment to make sure that the team set up before they started that attacking play.
In your picture there, Lyle's brace for the Namibian team. They've had a goalkeeper change there for the Namibians. Just slowly building up the play. A combination play between Handura and Fourie. Namibia playing with what it seems like a four-man backline. Oh, good ball there by Lassen. Finds Fourie. Fourie finds his co-centre back. Just trying to stretch the field. Patient build-up by the Namibians. Nice sliding pass to the forward there. Who's that? Owen Hatton. That's much better hockey from the Namibians. Myberg caught on the ball, a bit slow, but he's lucky to win the ball. Drops it back again for Fourie. Irwin.
We see a lot more composed approach here from the Namibians.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a hard whistle by the umpire, and looks like there's going to be another card. Green card to Myberg. I think probably just the issue of losing his stick and the nature of the tackle. So that means another 2 minutes for the Myberg board. Restart there by the Zambian team. Tembo, Manjanja. Jeremiah Mwanza on the ball, carrying the ball beautifully here for the Zambians. Eno Kaluba just making himself available. It's a good tackle there by the Namibian. Off the foot of Kaluba.
Just to confirm, it is Gerard Meiberg that got that card there. As the twins are both on the pitch, it's quite difficult to say who is who. So Anton Meiberg is still on the pitch, and his brother got the green card there. Gerard Meiberg.
Lassen on the ball, and the Zambians are back to applying that pressure. Brits, beautiful carry forward through. That's not a good tackle. Maybe the umpire will bring that back, but Brits has the advantage so far. Jeremiah Mwanza wins the ball for the Zambians. Sideline ball for the Zambians. JP Brits just showing his disappointment there. Was a bit lucky there, Jeremiah Mwanza, not for the umpire to call him back. That was
especially on that first tackle.
Zambia looking to go forward. Ball played out by Irwin. Going aerial, but too high. That's dangerous play. He looks a bit confused, but surely the ball is at the player's face.
Couldn't agree more there with you, Penda. Just gives the Namibians a chance to set up and rebuild again.
George Jerry applying pressure for Van Rooyen. Van Rooyen hits that ball down the line, intercepted out. Duran gets to restart play on the sideline. Again, Gerard Myberg just confirming that he was the one who received the card. Good transition play. Anton Myberg now in the ball. Jeremiah Mwanza just gets that ball clear. And it's George Jere looking to launch a counter-attack for the Zambians. It's a one. Oh,
good tackle.
Took too long on the ball there. There was a
Yes.
player available in the circle. Matthew Lassen just...
Oh, I think that is a bit of a harsh call there.
Thought he was using his experience
Yeah.
very well to cover the line of the player, but the umpire deemed that it was an obstruction. Jera plays the ball into the pocket. Free hit to the Namibia. David Kalunga hit the ball and Brits didn't even do anything, just pointed. Stood still, pointed, said clear in front of you, umpire. Make a decision. Irwin to restart the play. Lassen under some pressure, trying to use his 3D skills. Umpire blows in favor of the Namibian unit. Zambia looked to have taken the foot off the gas just to reapply it, you know. Just unpredictable, the Zambian squad.
Yeah.
Maybe if they had another game or two in this competition, we'd see their full colors, isn't it?
I definitely think so, Penda. The amount of growth they've shown in just this few matches is immense.
Mwanza launching a counter-attack. Banda just misses that ball. And Mwanza running back. Philanda applying the reverse pressure.
Zambians on the attack again.
Mine ball. Kaluba trying to go aerial. Backhand. Dangerous ball into the circle. Unfortunate. Maybe a skill, technical issue there in terms of getting that ball. Shouldn't be lifting there.
Yeah, especially not in that area. That will always be deemed dangerous.
Handura. Lassen the ball. Umpire says not legally. Now Myberg on the ball. What can Philanda do? Ooh, looks for
great
Van Rooyen.
save.
That's a good run out there. The keeper's anticipation for that ball was brilliant.
That was brilliant. Brilliantly done by the keeper there.
Steinerman just asking questions of the umpire, but nothing. Umpire says play on. Farid now on the ball. Steinerman trying to close down the space. Irwin on the ball. Kaluba applying some pressure. Commitment there. Puts his body on the line. David Kalunga puts his body on the line for his team there. Lassen just waiting for a player to commit himself. Cool and collected. Player not 5. Lassen asking a question of the umpire, but players allowed to go on. Mwanza Jeremiah on the ball now. Eliminates the captain, and there might be a card coming here. And that is a green card for the Namibian. Or let's just see. Yeah, Lassen with a green card there. Probably just too much chirping to the umpire. Probably. Let's see what's going on here.
See if Zambia can utilize the one-man advantage.
Ooh. Umpire calls free hit. Banda trying to attack the Namibian circle. Earns a free hit for his country. Just outside the circle. As you can see, confirmation there. Matthew Lassen. Green card. So just 2 minutes to think about what he did. Jeremiah Mwanza playing a 1-2 combination. He's in the circle but finds Banda's stick. That would be so disappointing. But Van Rooyen with an opportunity to carry the ball forward for Namibia. A long ball here to Duran. Again, the goalkeeper is out of his area. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a shot here by the Namibians and it's a goal. Giovanni Handura makes the most of it. The umpire calls for time. Yellow card to the Zambian goalkeeper. Handura with a brilliant finish finds a pocket, and that makes the score 4-1 to the Namibians. And it's a double penalty there because the Zambian goalkeeper, number 16, Chilata Jackson, gets a yellow card from the umpire. Is it? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what is going on now.
We'll wait for confirmation. It looked like the umpire was signaling for the goalkeeper. Oh, he used his glove there. He used his glove. He's not allowed to use the glove outside of his circle, but Handura keeping his composure, swinging through there, and he gets a beautiful stroke.
Yeah, just for the viewers out there, as a keeper, you are not allowed to use any other part outside of the circle besides your stick. So in that instance, he would have only been allowed to use his stick should he have been part of play there, but as Penda mentioned, he made use of his glove, and that is not allowed. So if you have to go look at the rule book, it is a yellow card. Always instantly yellow card if you use any other part than your stick outside of the circle as a goalkeeper.
Deliberate action there, and some conversations going on. George Jarrett just trying to plead the case for the goalkeeper, but the decision from the umpire is that the goalkeeper needs to have a break.
Pena, just for interest sake, they're answering our question here for viewers' interest sake. So in that instance, like in rugby, if you lose a forward with a yellow card, you're allowed to take off another player and put on a forward to be able to scrum. So in this instance, you can put another player, another keeper in the goal box and take off another player, a field player.
Absolutely. So by convention, it means Zambia should still be one player down. They've just removed a field player. And let's see as we get the action back on the road. Namibia 4, Zambia 1 in the second last game for this match day 5 encounter at the Junior Africa Cup, brought to you by NBC Sport. How awesome has it been that NBC have been showcasing this event?
This is so awesome for family, friends, loved ones not being able to be to be able to watch the games live, to follow every step, every whistle, every pass, every goal with the people on the field is amazing, and it's just not amazing for the African countries, but also for people around the world to be able to watch these games.
Absolutely. Zambia wins the free hit in the Namibian 23 area. George Jerry just trying to use his 3D skills there, trying to break into the Namibian circle. Unfortunately, he was deemed to be fouled. Zambia reloading there with Maima in the circle. Oh, Zachary Philander with a brilliant tackle. He might be caught on the ball there. No, he's not. It's a turnover ball again for the Namibians. Let's see what Mwanza can do with this ball. Mwanza just looking for the options. Running with that ball. Good strong running there from Alex Mwanza, older brother of Jeremiah Mwanza. Philander hits the ball out for a free hit. Zambia ball. Sideline ball. Makes it live. Banda making himself available. Eliminate. Oh, surely that is a short corner.
That is skill.
Look at that skill there. Look at that skill there from Jeremiah, from Alex Mwanza. Unbelievable. You know, he has been one of the standout players for this tournament, you know. And for this unit, we always think, who is someone that is really standout? And these players have just not been shying away.
No, they haven't backed down one moment.
Alex Mwanza there, older brother of Jeremiah Mwanza, winning a short corner for his team. What can they do with it? The push out is good, goes to Mwanza. Oh. Surely George Jerry should have got there.
Surely you could have seen Brace going to his left-hand side, being unbalanced there.
Tip in. It was an opportunity for a tip in there. Namibia get to restart play. 4-1 here. De Jager on the ball. Owen rolling it, trying to switch the angle of attack. Myberg offloads it to Handura. He's got good hands. The Zambians should be careful not to overcommit, but Farina with the ball.
Interesting enough, we had a conversation about Zambia having 3 goalkeepers at this tournament. So all 3 of them have been on the pitch today so far, Penda.
All 3 have indeed. Right, this is Farina on the ball. Just patient build-up from the Namibians. Not too much pressure. Zambia dropping to a half-court press. So this is really good discipline from the Zambians. They know they're man down and just not committing. And it shows good ingenuity and game management from the coach, Floyd C. Good hands there from Van Rooyen. Into the circle. Namibia are leading an attack. Let's see what can come of this. Good discipline here from the Zambians. And they seem to have won the hit out. or just a sideline ball. We're not sure. We're just waiting to see what the umpire signal is, and it is a hit out for the Zambians. So once again, good game management from the Zambian coach there. He knows that he's a man down, changing from a high court press or full court press to a half court press, just making sure that they can hold the Namibians until they're back to 11 all.
Yeah, Pena, like you said, great game management by the Zambian coach.
Jerry, good hands there from George Jerry.
And even with them being a man down, they are not afraid to attack.
Tagwi Ryan tries to find to roll the ball to his teammate there, Tembo, Andrew Tembo. No relation to the other Tembo in the team, Manjanja Tembo. I was speaking to the coach, but there's no real coincidence. Here's Manjanja Tembo. Zambia win the ball just in the pocket there. Can they look to transition the play? Jeremiah Mwanza available, their number 2 on your screen, available as an option. And they use him. This Zambian unit have been so impressive. Despite the scoreline, they have been playing some good hockey there.
That was actually another good ball in there for the Zambians. Just no one on the baseline to actually pick it up and make something of it.
They still have an opportunity with Jeremiah Jerry. And into the circle, Zambia shot! Great save by Bryce. Lyle Bryce making a good save there. James the Yaga dispossessed. And Zambia with an opportunity again to run into the circle. Ooh, dangerous ball. Umpire says ball lifted into the body. Namibia get to breathe a sigh of relief.
Definitely, I think they didn't think they're going to get depossessed in that corner by the Zambians.
Yeah, De Jager unfortunately just not aware of his surroundings, and he was pickpocketed there by the Zambian players. Ooh. Weber. Banda with a card there. That's green.
Oh, that's a yellow card.
Yellow. Umpires say no more, no nonsense. You've had your time to adjust, and now this is where the big boys are playing. Maybe just rolling the ball here, and now they have an opportunity to really stretch the Zambians here. What can they do with the ball?
If I'm correct, Zambia is still 2 players down at this stage, Penda, with the 2 yellow cards.
And Namibia not making the most of that advantage. Maybe they're saving their legs for the game against South Africa, but not making the most of that 2-man advantage. Let's see what they can do. Irwin. Free. Brits. There's a good lead into the pocket there. What can he do? Weber unfortunate to make the most of that. Tagwi Rai looks for that line ball. Unfortunately could not make the connection with Tembo.
But once again, some good defense from the Zambians. Not just defending man-to-man, but managing the space and making sure they turn over the ball in that danger area.
Confirmation there. Richard Banda, one of the more technical players for Zambia, receiving that yellow card. That means about 5 minutes on the bench, depending on what the umpire deemed the gravity of the fence to be. Zambia ball. Oh, they were lucky there because they did play the ball. But the umpire just asking that the ball comes to a complete standstill. Sometimes it works to advantage, sometimes it does not. In this case, Zambia let off there by the umpire asking the ball just to be still. Mwanza.
I think the Zambians will probably try and slow down the game with the last 20 seconds that is left in this chaka.
Handura with an overhead into the pocket. The ball is played to Van Rooyen. Ooh, a swing and a miss from Philander. Unfortunate there. Sometimes you just want to try and get control of that ball and look for trying to win a short corner, but nothing in it. And Namibia once again with an opportunity, and that whistle, that horn, signals the end of the third quarter. One more quarter to go. Goals galore. Zambia not letting up, still applying the pressure, but unfortunately this time Namibia trying to stretch their lead and flexing their muscles a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Namibians obviously had a good halftime chat, seeing what they should do better, and obviously they came out with better plans and better executions. But as you mentioned as well, Zambia still not backing down, still in the Namibians' faces, still saying it's not going to be easy this last 15 minutes.
Yeah, and just as we can see there, some of the action from the third quarter. And here's this. Here's the unfortunate thing here. Goalkeeper probably just not aware of what his positioning was outside the circle. Handura on the ball, keeping his composure, just finding a spot and gets the ball through an empty net.
Yeah, and I think that is a good gameplay by Handura there. It could have easily just stopped and waited for the umpire to do something, but he played until the whistle had gone.
Look at these skills. Look at these skills. Wins that short corner. Look at those skills from Alex Monza. Sorry to have cut you off there, but that was just fantastic work from Alex Monza. Yes, Handura making the most of that advantage, as you were saying.
Yeah, he easily could have stopped play and waited for something to happen, but he made sure it goes into the back of the net. Just maybe like how would you like explain that for your goalkeeper going into a next match? How to do that better? Maybe you should have rather waited inside the circle for the player. That also would have maybe broken down play a bit, giving the defenders chance to move in behind him to do cover defense.
Absolutely. So one of the things is also just goalkeeper awareness of his surroundings. I think he rushed out a bit of rush of blood to the head and then lost his bearings. Another thing is, as you were saying, rightfully so, when you're in your defensive phase of play, you want to delay the attackers for as much as possible. Don't commit up until it is absolutely necessary. But anyways, start of the fourth and final quarter of this game. Zambia versus Namibia. Namibia, the host nation, leading 4-1 against their neighbors, tournament debutants. Jerry on the ball here for Zambia. Rolls the ball to Tangurai. The Zambians, although debutants, have not been shy to come at their more experienced neighbors. And look at that, turnover by the Zambians, but the umpire calls for a foul. Namibia ball.
Yeah, the Zambians are definitely not afraid to put pressure when Namibia is on the defensive pockets. They really try and turn over the ball in that corners.
Absolutely. Namibia just trying to stretch the field and make the most of their one-man advantage. We believe that they still have at least one more player in the sin bin. Let's see what Namibia can do with the advantage here. Ball rolled into the corner. Unfortunately, Van Rooyen just could not pick that ball up. Looks like Mutale has now taken position in one of the defensive roles. Mutale, the goal scorer for Zambia, seems to now be playing at their left back. Let's see what he can do with the ball here. Mutale, crossfield ball. Jerry caught on the ball. Brits definitely going to punish you there. You cannot allow Brits a ball in the circle. He will absolutely punish, and I did not expect anything less. In fact, I thought as soon as he got onto that ball, goal time.
Goal time, yeah. That's first of all, that's a very dangerous ball to play across your goal box, especially when the defensive team is doing a very high press.
Yeah, look, Jerry just again not aware of what his position was, and Robson Kunda, ball going through the legs there, probably wants to shift a lot faster and set himself a lot faster.
Yes, exactly. Get into a better position and quicker. That gives you a stable base to make sure you can execute a proper save.
Absolutely. Namibia 5, Zambia 1 here at the Junior Africa Cup, the fourth and final quarter of the second last game for today. The Namibian coach will probably breathe a sigh of relief. His team finally able to grab the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yes, Pena, but I have a question for you. Do you think it's all about the scoreline, or obviously thinking about tomorrow's final against South Africa, do you think there's still some things they need to be better at?
Look, they will have sessions and sessions of video analysis, just making sure that... Oh, Zambia into the circle again. Oh, look at that save from Lyle Brace. Take a bow, son. What a save on the glove side, allowing the ball nicely outside and making sure that it's not back into the center of play. Yeah. What a backhand as well. Good play from the attackers. The Zambian there with a backhand. I think that may have been again Banda or even Taguirai. He's been one of the dangerous players for the Zambians. Jere looking to use his 3D skills. Erwin with a save. I'll get back to your answer just now. We've got Namibia on the counter-attack. Duran, he's got a man free. James the Yaka is free. A chip ball there. Abram was free.
Was so
disappointed
close.
there, looking for the option, but it's a 16-yard hit, so defensive hit. Yeah, just to get to your answer, of course, there'll be lots of analysis that will take place. They want to make sure that they sharpen their skills and their tactics, just to make sure that they get the most out of the game tomorrow. This is the final game against South Africa. Let's see, Namibia on the counter again here. Good defense from Jeremiah Mwanza. JP Brits again in the circle, cracks the ball. Good save from Kunda. Namibia, second wave of the attack. Tagwirai with the ball, trying to win that ball. Umpire just asking here for another defensive hit out for the Zambians. Tagwirai, good pressure there on Myberg and just not allowing him to play the ball out easily.
That was a good passage of play by both teams happening there.
Graham unable to find the pass. Banda back on the field. Plays it infield to his teammate there. That Maimba with a good turn there. Taken out, surely, yes. That's the correct call there. Oh, it's Tagwirai again. Tagwirai has been fantastic for the Zambian outfit.
I think one thing that Zambia did very well today so far is they've stretched the defense of Namibia. They created so much gaps in the Namibian defense for them to have power runs on the attack.
That's a good call. That's a good call there, Sine. And you got to ask if they've maybe been receiving some extra video analysis from their team management, just in terms of analyzing how they can improve, because they've definitely been one of the packages of this tournament that have been a surprise package. You know, I did not expect for a debutant team to put on such a good display against Namibia, who are seasoned in terms of this competition.
That definitely makes two of us, Penda.
Duran just hoping to use his body, but he's dispossessed. Silavwe. Weber wins the ball, unfortunately just runs ahead, and Mwanza again with the ball. Plays it out once again to Mwamba. Intercepted by Furi. Zambia with Banda launching another attack. It's Mutale in the circle. Enoch, save. They are not shy to play, these Zambian boys. They are not shy to play. Once again, Banda with the ball. Can he use his 3D skills? Looking to get into the circle. He does too use his 3D skills. Again, Zambians. Oh, turnover. There, lots of pressure there by the Zambians. You just cannot breathe today.
Yeah, I had to hold my breath here. It's amazing 3D skills, and like you said, Zambia definitely not afraid to attack the Namibian circle.
1-2 combination there. Tagwirai. Oh, the ball runs out of play. Namibia can breathe a sigh of relief. Who would have thought that Zambia would be penning down the Namibian counterparts? You know?
Yeah, we also see the goalkeeper that went off with that yellow card coming back on for Zambia.
Absolutely. I think the coach is making sure that the player does get as much experience as possible. Banda had his legs taken off underneath him. Restarts the play, rolls the ball, makes himself available, skips the pass, intercepted. Great interception there by Hatton. He finds Duran. Duran one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Oh, good elimination there, and simply will roll this in. This was too easy. And Duran makes it 6-1. Look at that. A more subdued celebration because he knows the game is dead. But that was good skill there. Smile on his face.
Yeah, definitely. That was really good skills there. But yeah, you can also see that the keeper did definitely learn his lesson. He waited for him rather in the circle and trying to meet him outside of the circle there. But Christian Duran, just too much skills, eliminating the keeper, eliminating the defender, and literally runs it into the goal box.
Look at that. Hatton already celebrating. And what an assist for Owen Hatton. It's always good to get an assist as well. It's not always about the goal. That pass that led to the goal is also important to see. Zambia 1, Namibia 6. And that probably just takes the wind out of the sails of the Zambians.
Yeah, probably, but I don't see them stop playing until the end. They even when the score was 5-1, they were still having a go at the Namibian circle.
Just playing for pride now, the Zambians. George Jere rolls the ball off. We were speaking to someone earlier, and what a huge compliment for the Zambian outfit and the coach. Once again, Floyd C., coach of Zambia. Speaking to someone, one of our coaches earlier, and they said that the Zambian outfield, the way they built up some of their play was similar to the Dutch team. What a compliment that is for your team.
Massive, massive compliment, especially where thinking they are debutants in this tournament, and then obviously thinking where they started this tournament and how it's going, being compared to the Dutch team.
Absolutely, and there have been some similarities in terms of the patience, the interchange between players, everyone rolling into different positions. Beautiful to watch, and we hope that we'll see the Zambian outfit again at the next Junior Africa Cup. Namibia looking to rebuild from the back, but again that Zambian pressure just not letting them breathe.
It keeps on going. They are keeping their breaths in the back of the Namibian necks.
100%. Van Rooyen just trying to touch that one. Ball is intercepted, and look at that again.
Skills. Oh, unfortunately.
And you know what? Alex Mwanza has been fantastic this game.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Interception again by the Zambian outfit. Banda rolls the ball in the circle. What can they do with the ball? Bryce, Banda. Can he get a shot off? Dogger defending there by the Namibians. Umpire deems just there to be a stick obstruction there. Philander with the ball, runs into trouble there, but he's strong. Ooh, surely he'll win the ball there. Can he roll? He rolls the ball off to James de Jager. James de Jager into the ball, into the box now. Ooh.
Great defensive work there, cover defense from the Zambians.
Yeah, that's Jeremiah Mwanza, younger brother of Alex Mwanza. The Mwanza parents back home in Zambia should be absolutely proud. The entire Mwanza family should be proud of these boys. I think they've done well for their family name and their country.
Definitely getting goosebumps here just mentioning that, Penda.
Switch ball by Jeremiah Mwanza. Oh, look at those hands. Brilliant hands. Offloads the ball. Taguirai. And that was Banda. Kalunga, David Kalunga for Zambia now in the pocket. Contesting against 2 or 3 Namibians. Namibia with a forward break again. Surely they'll roll the ball. James Deya, Abram Graham, sorry. George Jere fighting with Abram Graham for that ball. Big switch ball. That's a great ball there by George Jere. Unfortunately.
Oh, that would have been such an exciting move to see what happens from there. But great idea to switch play from the left-hand side to the right-hand side of the field.
Or as one would say, from ball side to help side. So Zambia did well to arrange their help side. Unfortunately, they could just not connect that final pass. Another goalkeeper change here. Floyd C just making sure all his goalkeepers get enough time on the field. And this is now, it looks like David Kunda or Mwale. We're not sure, but actually we know that one of the other goalkeepers for Zambia is Oliver Gale. So it might be Oliver Gale in goals now for Zambia. Although the goalkeeper number is number 1, it might be Oliver Gale for the Zambians. Hatton just rolls and Abram Graham finds a foot there. Abram Graham, Zachary Philander, Matthew Lassen, only 17 years of age. What does that mean for Namibian hockey, Sune?
So much depth in talent for Namibian hockey, and you see it from the ladies' side as well, not only in this main setup. I think there's a bright future for hockey in Namibia with the youngsters coming through the system.
Absolutely. Here we go. Jeremiah Mwanza. Ball down the line. They're looking for Maimba. Again, Maimba on the ball. Thought he had that, but unfortunately just showing frustration with the Zimbabwean umpire there, Bryn Lowe. Huge shout out to the umpires who've allowed this game to progress as much as possible, and Fareed just gets caught on the ball there, but able to use his experience to win the free hit for the Namibians. Turnover, double turnover there, and then another turnover. Ooh.
A lot of turnovers happening.
Who wants that ball? Who wants that ball? Zambia restart the play. Richard Banda, he is tricky. He's a tricky player. Ooh. Weber clears that ball. Zambia find the way into the Namibian 23 again. Looking for that crash ball into the circle. Oh, Mutale raised that ball just a bit too high. That's why the call was made. Sometimes you want to keep the ball a little bit lower, but I'm sure he'll go home and try and improve his 3D skills.
Yeah, that's one thing that has stood out for the Zambian team, their 3D skills. Mind-blowing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Alex Mwanza, Richard Banda, Silabwe, George Jere. Unbelievable potential if these young men are still eligible for the next Junior Africa Cup. Zambia just trying to launch a counter-attack here. Sideline ball for the Zambians. Isaac Mutale just chasing that ball down, trying to restart play. Just over 2 minutes left of this second last game for tonight. Zambia not shy when it comes to their senior neighbors, Namibia. Score is 6-1, but one can say probably not fully reflective of Zambia's effort in this game, Sune.
Most definitely not. I was about to say that you can just see the Zambians is not giving up. I mean, this last 2-3 minutes, they've been in the Namibian 23, almost the full 2-3 minutes. They're still going for it. They still want that consolation goal. They just won themselves a short corner.
Once again, for all the Zambians watching us here at the Dave and Trusker Hockey Fields, wherever you are watching from, you should be absolutely proud of your young men representing your country. They have done well for themselves. All right. Zambia now with a push. Enoch Kaluba for that push out. Let's see if Zambia can get another consolation goal. The push out is good. Variation. Banda. Oh, lifted there. Unfortunate there. Once again, just a technical issue, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when that's the first shot on goal from your short corner.
James De Jager for Namibia. Tackled. Myberg launching that counter-attack for Namibia. Another free man in the circle. Surely Lassen is going to find that. And a brilliant goal. He gets his goal. Matthew Lassen gets his goal for Namibia. And that is done and dusted. Wrapped up like a Christmas gift.
Yeah. Once again, well done to the Namibian attack there. It's so easy to just run yourself into a keeper in that situation, knowing where the keeper is, being aware of what the situation is, where the defensive players is, to eliminate them and make sure that ball goes into the back of the net.
Absolutely, and for the Zambian perspective, just defensively, you need to make sure you're picking up on that high-hanging forward. Either the goalkeeper takes responsibility or the centre-back. You know, so a bit of a few things to polish up on, but once again, they should not be too disappointed. Their performance has been brilliant today.
Couldn't agree more with you, Penda.
Huge overhead there by George Jeren. Karina Weber, one of the more senior players, studies in South Africa and probably plays his his hockey there as well. Here locally he plays for DTS. Oh, again caught on the ball. Probably just the legs going here for the Zambians. Concentration, last 30 seconds, they've done well still. But probably just the concentration here, which may give a poorer reflection of their performance than what they actually should be.
Yeah,
Namibia
exactly.
again in the circle. Oh, short corner. And in the final few seconds of the game, Namibia gain a short corner, and JP Brits has an opportunity to show us his talents. Namibia have not won too many short corners, and again a testament of the Zambian defense. But JP Brits with an opportunity to show us his skills on the short corners today.
Yeah, where, as you mentioned, not a lot of short corners for the Namibian men's team in this match so far. So well done to the Zambian defensive unit, but great opportunity for JP Brits and obviously the team to show what they've got on this PC.
Not part of the battery. I think it will go to Fourie. JAC Fourie has a deadly flick on him as well. Let's see. Yeah, surely Fourie. Deadly. Deadly. Deadly.
Just as you say, deadly.
And we are sure his father, Kuni Fourie, will be in the crowd somewhere. Very proud of that flick. That was a very good flick there from JAC Fourie.
Yeah, lots of speed behind that ball. Penda going straight through into the back of the net.
Absolutely. Look at that. He drives through that. Let's see the pickup. Picks it up very well. Holds on to the ball for as long as possible. And the goalkeeper just stood no chance. Maybe should have tried to stand up for as long as possible, the keeper. But the power behind that flick.
Yeah, I think if the keeper tried to be bigger for longer, there would have been a possibility to save that ball. But hats off to JAC Fourie for that flick.
Okay, into the dying embers of this game. Namibia versus Zambia. It was definitely not a boring game. And Zambia...
Unfortunately.
And that hooter signals the end of that game. I was hoping we'd get one last action.
Just some last action.
Some last action there. Namibia versus Zambia. The second last game for the night. 8-1 to the host nation here at the David Trusco hockey fields. We were definitely we were treated with some action here, Sune.
Definitely, we've been treated for some good action here. Amazing game from Zambia. They literally, I think they brought everything to the Namibian side.
Absolutely, and Floyd C, also known as a musician, should be very proud of his team here. And just some highlights for the game. Look at that finish there by JP Brits. Goalkeeper just unbalanced, unsteady, legs open, and JP Brits said, "Thank you very much for the mistake. I eat these up all day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner." Banged them in, back of the net. Zambia not shy. Look at this drive here from Tagwi Ride. Took a shot at the goalkeeper. Good save there, and you were just hoping that the number 15 would tip it in there. But look at this. Cool and composed by Duran, running towards the circle. And just tried to chip it over the goalkeeper. Look at Graham, disappointed, was hoping for that square ball. It was on. Players love to score a goal. Look at that elimination skill there from Enoch. Enoch Kaluva. Look at that elimination skill. Should be proud of himself. And then again here, look at this. Richard Banda. Mr. Hands, magic hands, going for the 3D skills immediately. Trying to win short corner for his country there. Owen Hatton, this is the goal. Owen Hatton finds Christian Duran. Look at that long ball there to Christian Duran. Goalkeeper tried to hold his line. But Duran was too good. Eliminated the goalkeeper, and just an easy open goal to roll into, isn't it?
Very easy there. Just ran it into the goal box.
Sune, what do you make of the Zambian outfit? The overall impression?
I think we've mentioned it enough. Massive credit to the Zambian team and the coaching staff. I think if you get compared to a Dutch setup, you know you're doing a very good job. So yeah, maybe the end of the tournament for them, but hopefully the beginning of something massive for them in the future.
Absolutely. So as they are called by the FIH, the current FIH, the current Africa Hockey Federation president, he calls them their baby. They're his baby. and he should be watching in the stand somewhere, very proud of their performance as well. Credit to the Africa Hockey Federation for trying to make sure that hockey is expanded throughout the continent. If you are just joining us for the last game that will be coming to you shortly, Namibia just played Zambia. Neighboring country contest. Namibia edging out their neighbors 8-1. A comfortable performance in the end, or comfortable scoreline in the end. And the Zambians should be proud of themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I think the scoreline doesn't reflect what game we just saw in front of us.
Absolutely. Just look at that. Nothing much in it in terms of shots or circle penetrations. However, the efficacy of the shots. Sune, what can you tell us about those stats?
Yeah, obviously, goals there. If you see shots on target, 11 for Zambia, 13 for Namibia, which they executed 8 of them, and Zambia only executed 1 of them. And then circle penetrations, like I said, been treated to a massive match. The scoreline doesn't reflect what we saw. Even if you have a look at the possession, it has been 50-50, if you can put it that way. And then penalty corners, 5 for Zambia versus the 2 of Namibia. And then we actually had quite a disciplined match. Those 2 yellow cards for the Zambians with the 1 green card, and then Namibia with 2 green cards and ending up with 1 yellow card.
Yeah, nothing in it. So with that signals the end of the competition for the Zambians. They should definitely go home with their heads held high. Namibia win this one and move leveled on points with the South Africans, hoping that the Kenyans could do them a huge favor by scoring 30 goals against the South African side. They can finish this one in pole position, but that will not be possible. It looks very unlikely. South African unit have been absolutely cracking. They've been pushing throughout this competition, haven't they?
They have been on it since the start of this tournament, Penda. All in, they left everything out on the pitch, every game they've played.
Absolutely, and just a summary of all the action that we had for today as well. If you missed it and wanted to catch up on it, if you saw your friend, your brother, your cousin, your sister, your child, you saw that they were supposed to play and you missed any of the action, you can watch it on NBC's YouTube page, NBC Sport NA, where you can catch up all the action. Just the score line here that you can see. Zambia against Uganda, 2-1. Zimbabwe versus Egypt, 2-1 to the Egyptians. Kenya versus Zimbabwe, 4-1. South Africa beating Namibia, 6-1. And then Namibia, revenge for the country women, 8-1 against Zambia. Next game is Kenya versus South Africa. That will call it for today. We'll take a small break. So Nate, it was awesome seeing you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun commentating with you, Penda, and obviously being treated to amazing matches today so far.
Awesome. See you.
Namibia proudly hosts the Junior Hockey World Cup qualifiers right in the heart of Windhoek. From the 18th to the 25th of April at Devon Trustco Hockey Stadium, the best young talents from across Africa will battle it out for a shot at global glory. Who will represent the continent on the world stage? Follow real-time updates and all the live action on all our NBC Sports social media platforms. This is more than just hockey. This is the road to the World Cup. Catch every moment live on NBC2. NBC, it's ours.
powerful shot. And it is number 2! What a brilliant goal from JP Prince! Keep it simple in the same corner. Duran carrying the ball. He's been one of the
Key playmakers.
and this is unbelievable!
Owen Hansen.
Puts it away. It is 3-1 to Namibia. And who is the man who finds that pass? Christian Duran.
Every kickoff, every scrum, every tackle, every sidestep, absolutely everything rugby. Absolute Rugby, for the love of the game. Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
We are double the trouble and double the speed. Join us, your hosts, as we take you on the ultimate ride through the world of high-performance cars. From the latest models to classic machines, and from racing cars to the muddy gravel of Namibia. This is Twin Turbo, coming soon to NBC TV.